Thank you. I thank you, Mr. Manager of the bill. And I thank Carolyn Maloney, Representative, who's provided leadership on this, the Financial Services Committee. The legislation that's before us is overdue. It does provide basic transparency and protection to consumers who had no rights to anything. But there are two things that I hope will be part of the future debate about protecting consumers. Not in this bill. This bill on its own deserves to be passed. But those two issues are, one, is it time to consider a cap on interest rates? And number two, is it time to provide protection to the merchants, the small businesses? I believe it is time to have an interest rate cap. We have historically had it until the Supreme Court took those away, but we've had caps on interest as far back as the Babylonian times. And commerce has succeeded when there have been reasonable interest rate caps. And you know, it's one thing if somebody gets notice that their interest rate is going to go from 8% to 38%, but you know what? It probably shouldn't go up to 38%, and we ought to have a lid. Second, there's an argument that the banks are making that this will compress credit, make it more difficult to get. The reality is that credit is shrinking already because of practices that have been excessive. Over 8 billion solicitations go out, not just to consumers, but sometimes to their pets. There is an alarming parallel between what's being done here on credit cards, or what has been done, and what happened in the subprime crisis. Credit card issuers securitize and pass off their risks to the secondary market, pass on the losses by increasing fees on responsible users of credit, and they fail to exercise reasonable underwriting standards. We have got to change the business model so there's responsibility on both sides. I yield back the balance of my time. Thank you.